Hello, LRN STEM. I hope you've had a good start to your new year. I'm going to read our Anatomy and Physiology semester project book to you. The aim was to cover a topic from each of our units. So you're going to see stuff from tissues, the skeletal system, muscles, the peripheral nervous system, and also children's topics, which include shapes and senses. Maud's dog, Brody, was upset and she didn't know why. When he would usually jump and play, he was now laying low and trying to bite her when she was just trying to pet him. This made Maud upset at Brody. Why wouldn't he play with her? Then Maud noticed Brody's limp. He was having trouble putting weight on his front right paw. Slowly, Maud approached her dog. It's okay, Brody. I'm trying to help, she explained when Brody began to stiffen. Looking at his paw, she saw Splinter. Brody must have gotten hurt when he went outside to play. Now, Maud understands why Brody has been so upset. Mom, we need to take Brody to the veterinarian. He's hurt. She informs her mother. They soothe and help Brody into the car and drive to the veterinary clinic. Hi, Brody, the veterinarian greets. What can I help you with, Maud? Brody has a splinter and he's been in pain. How do we help him? Worries Maud. Well, that's no good, but don't worry. We will get Brody better again in no time. Let's take a look at his paw, reassures the doctor. If we look closer, we can see that the piece of wood is pretty deep in Brody's paw. It has penetrated his skin. The splinter is pretty deep. You can see the tip of it below the first layer of the skin called the epidermis, and it is made up of a bunch of cells that form 5 layers. The first layer is called the stratum corneum. It's represented by this first layer that's more orangey. This layer of skin is dry, dead, and flaky with flat oval shapes. This shape is called squamous epithelium. Their shape helps them protect the lower layers of skin. The next layer is the stratum lucidum, which is only present in thick skin, which is in palms of your hands and soles of your feet. This is for extra protection. As we get closer to the bone of Brody's paw, the cells become more rectangular in shape. These cells can be columnar or cuboidal epithelium, and since they're bigger, they can hold things like water. They divide to replace the old dead ones near the surface of the skin. In the layer below the epidermis, there is the dermis, where the splinter ends. This layer of the skin has blood vessels and Pacinian and Meissner corpuscles, which allow the sense of touch. This makes them mechanoreceptors. Thermoreceptors sense temperature, and chemoreceptors sense a change in chemicals in our body fluid. When any of these feelings becomes too strong, nociceptors activate, which sense pain. Brody's nociceptors must have been activated, said the vet. What does that mean? Maud was confused. Just like our sense of sight, hearing, taste, and smell, when we touch something or something hurts us, that sense is activated and it travels to our brain, explained the doctor. Brody's nociceptors being activated means that he felt the splinter, then neurons in his body sent this message to the brain through electrical charges. Then the brain sends the feeling of pain to his paw. We see in this picture that all of our senses lead to our brain. Did the splinter go to Brody's bone? Questioned Maud. No, replied the vet. That would have hurt him very badly. Bones are underneath Brody's muscles, which are under his skin. The muscles near Brody's paw are called parallel because of their shape. They are long and the fibers of the muscles move in the same direction. Other muscle shapes are circular, where the muscle fibers go in a circle, and fusiform, which means the fibers get smaller on both ends. All of these shapes can help to name muscles. The muscle near Brody's paw is called the flexor muscle. This is because muscles can also be named by their action. This muscle helps Brody flex his paw. Along with the shape and action, muscles can also be named by their location. For example, rectus femoris, size, which is pectoralis major, number of organs, biceps brachii, and location of attachments, sternocleidomastoid. Under these muscles are Brody's bones. The ones near his splinter are called his phalanges. Like muscles, bones can also be sorted by their shape. Phalanges are long bones since they're longer than they are wide. Short bones are cube-shaped, carpals, and flat bones are thin. All other shapes are sorted into irregular bones. Finally, the veterinarian helped Brody calm down. Then she took tweezers and gently pulled the splinter out of Brody's paws. He felt so much better. Thank you for all of your help, Doctor, Maud expressed gratefully. Of course, I hope you learned something about your dog and his anatomy, said the vet. Maud did learn about anatomy, but also how stress from Brody's injury led to his decreased patience and communication. This is why he was acting more aggressive than usual before his splinter was taken out. As pet owners and friends, we can pay attention and try to treat others with respect because we don't know what others are going through. Brody was up and running again in no time. He was so happy now that the veterinarian was able to help him. Maud couldn't believe that Brody was hurt and she was upset with him. She promises herself that she will pay better attention to signs for if her furry friend is uncomfortable from now on. The end.